Michael, in spite of the Game 1 loss for the Raptors, this team on Sunday still sounded like a very confident crew going into Game 2. That said, there's a lot of pressure to win Game 2 and pull even in the series. How do you balance that pressure between that and simply not being buried by it?
Well, I think one thing is maybe not to focus on it. Focus on the process. Focus on what you can control. That's certainly the message that Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan and others were talking about on Sunday. And one thing they did mention is they all kind of gone zero dark 30 on social media because they know what's out there. They know that the fan base is fretful and anxious, and they understand that, but they don't need to wear it. And I think from their point of view, it's a personal challenge, right? They can't kind of pretend it's not important, but there's no way to kind of achieve your peak potential by putting undue pressure on themselves. I think it really is a matter of figuring out how to move the ball better, how to set screens better, how to create better opportunities for themselves, and protect the ball better. If they do all those things, they're going to have a great chance to win that game. Worrying about it won't help.
All right, clearly DeRozan and Lowry struggled. They were combined 8 of 32, but on the flip side, Paul George was fantastic, scored 33 points. Now in Game 2, a key is certainly how do you slow him down? One of the guys that could help is DeMar Carroll, maybe extending the minutes. Is that something Dwayne Casey can do?
Well, if Dwayne Casey can go to the doctors and ask, and I think that's the real question here, is DeMar Carroll's on a 20-minute restriction. He's saying that his knee is fine. He feels like, he's ready to take more. He feels he can go 24, 28, 30 minutes if needed, and promises, if I'm out there and I'm tired and I'm not contributing, I'm not the kind of guy who's just going to hang out there. I'll let the coach know and he can pull me out. And so it's I think Dwayne Casey hinted on Sunday that there could be some changes in the rotation. Obviously, he's got to balance that. It's hard to find minutes for 10 guys. Meanwhile, you've got DeMar Carroll as kind of this X factor who really hasn't been part of the rotation in a major way, and yet you've got Paul George out there needing a solution to it. So I think we will see some changes. I wouldn't be surprised if there's more minutes for DeMar Carroll in Game 2.
Kind of a funny quote coming from DeMar DeRozan on Sunday when asked if he felt like this team was maybe drowning by the pressure and the expectations. He said, no, we're simply in a puddle. It's like we got some new shoes that simply just got a little wet.